just going through my old decor to see if I'm keeping it. Hi everyone, today we're going to do a Valentine's episode. So as you know from the previous 2 episodes, we have been downsizing and minimalizing, keeping our decor a little bit more understated and more simplistic. So I am going to show you some of the things that my husband picked up for me that I asked him to grab at the Dollar Tree. He had brought these home and I thought maybe I'll do something where I'll cut these out. I'm really not feeling the reds. I'm thinking of black and white and like a pale pink. Not just that, but the sayings on them, I'm kind of over that. But I think it's not a waste because I think there's a 2-pack. I'm probably going to use these. I always get my kids, I have 2 kids, and I always, even though they're adults now, I try to do more Valentine's-y things for them. So I'm probably going to put them in here. It's always just a small little gift. So I'm going to use that for that. So it's not a waste, but they're cute burlappy bags. I really like these. It's really cute for that. So for the projects, I'm going to make a garland. You've probably seen it a million times on different videos. Yep, we're going to do our own version of it too. What we were looking for were wooden hearts. The particular Dollar Tree around where we live, it's newer, and they haven't quite gotten the craft section done. I'm not sure they're going to do that. It's more of, I think, of a decorative, if you're buying accessories for your home. It's fine, but we're looking for craft items. So we're going to have to look into the future where we're going to get our items. We do have other Dollar Trees around us, and there's also things you can get online through Amazon or whatnot. But what we did find at our Dollar Tree is close enough. These are like chalkboard hearts. I'm not looking in particular to write any messages on them, but it does go with our black and white and wood theme that we're going to be doing more often. So I'm going to keep it so far like this. I'm not super crazy about the dotted line thing, but I think I'm going to leave it for now. And then on the other side, they appear to be, yes, they are very plain. So I think what I might do is paint the other side like a pale pink. If I don't have a pink, I'm going to make a pink. But I wanted that, and I'm going to interchange them, like a black and a pink, and just kind of do that. Holding it at this angle through the hole. They already have a hole through it, which is great, but I realized they're going to be sideways. So I may see how that looks. Paul had suggested maybe, so it can face this way, maybe having something go through it. So I'm going to look into that. So we're going to tackle with this and wood beads in between. We have 2 packages of these, and we have twine on hand. So I'm going to make a very simple, minimalistic garland. It's not going to have sayings on it. We're not going to have anything else. I think we're not going to do little banner things. I just want it very, very simple. And he did pick up some of these little mini hearts. I'm going to maybe consider what I'm going to do with these. I don't know yet. It's not a waste because I'm sure I'll come up with something. However, my daughter makes jewelry. That's her business. She has a company doing that. So if I can't use them, I'll pass them on to her and she can use them for jewelry. And then Paul picked up a kit because I needed these little sponge paintbrushes kind of thing, but they're sponges. And they're also the little roller covers and a little tray. This whole set, this cute little kit, comes for $1.25 at your Dollar Tree. So that's really great. So I will use this for a project. So that was our haul, very small, simple haul. And I have some decor already that I've had for years. I'm going to go through it and see if I want to keep some of it as a lot of our style has changed. So come along this episode and see what we come up with. So years ago from Dollar Tree, I had gotten these faux roses. Normally faux flowers, if you don't go to a specific place, they tend to be very tacky and plasticky looking. These actually weren't bad. They really are pretty good, and they are getting better and better. People are perfecting the faux flowers, but this was even years ago. It's even better now. So this was still good, and it, let me show you. It came as this very bright red garlandy, shimmering thing, and I didn't like it. At the time, I just kind of went over it. Now I kind of wish that I pulled this apart, but it's okay because the basic heart frame is great and you don't really tell. And if you do, so what? You see a little red through it. But the point is, I had clipped off these faux flowers and stuck it through, and I used a little bit of glue so it would kind of stay. So it, in the end, it turned out to be this little white roses, how in the world would I say that? White roses heart wreath. So I am going to keep this because I think it's still cute. Again, we won't show the back. I'm not really into the red or the flashy, but I think it's good enough that it won't show it too much. So I'm going to keep that. I'm just going through my old decor to see if I'm keeping it. I don't go too crazy at this time of year, but a long time ago, my cousin made these for me, and I really loved this thought. It was such a beautiful gesture for our anniversary we had. I want to say it was probably a decade ago, our 20-year anniversary. But she made these little wooden blocks with the images of our pictures on there. And one was with my kids at the time, Paul and I and our kids, and then most of it was us. And they had an L, an O, and a V, and an E, which is really cute. So I put these out on Valentine's Day. It goes with our black and white theme. So I'm going to keep these still. This was my son. My son's really into frogs. So we're probably going to keep this because he would probably be furious if I got rid of it. But even though he's in his 20s, he still loves stuffed animals. Remember to keep your stuffed animals. They're still sweet, and it's very nice to still have them displayed. It doesn't matter how old you are. I'll be the 80-year-old with my teddy bear from childhood. And these are the gnomes that I have. Yes, some of them are red, and it kind of is a little flashy for me, but I think I'm going to find a place for it somewhere because the gnomes are really sweet still. I'm not as into them as I used to be, but I think they're still cute, and if I'm clever with where I place it, it won't look so bad. I had this heart years ago. I want to say I grabbed it from some sort of a little market or something they had, but I still like it. Even though it's blue and white striped, it does remind me of kind of farmhousey, but I think I'm going to keep it still and place it. I really like that it's a heart. I think it's subdued enough. I'm going to keep that somewhere as well. So a long time ago, my husband, at the time, we had a swirl saw, and he made these hearts. And my daughter, very, very sweet, had made this in 1999. It was very cute. So she made me this heart for Valentine's. So what I'm going to do is keep it because it's precious to me. This one and this one, my husband had made. One is cute because it's a little puzzle. I always thought that was clever. And again, he had the tools at the time, which we need to get more of a scroll saw again. But these I'm probably going to paint maybe a pale pink or a black and white. Paul suggested maybe a yin and yang kind of look of black and white. I may do that. But anyway, we're going to keep these but change them up. This a long time ago, I believe I got this at a Goodwill, if I'm not mistaken. It's a heart-shaped dish. I'm going to keep that as well, and I'll put maybe candy or something in it. I'm not sure, but it's going to stay on a coffee table or something. I have a thing of fake berries that at one time, I believe it was from the Dollar Tree a long time ago, but these, even though they're red, I think it's okay to have a splash every here and there, but it'll go somewhere on a shelf or in an arrangement somewhere. Pieces of eucalyptus, old books when the kids were little. So this is a picture. My daughter took this picture. She is also a hobbyist in photography, and her boyfriend's in photography, so she's gotten a lot of tips from him as well. But she's actually both my children are naturals with photography. But this is one that I display, and it reminds me of her every year, and I have it in a white frame, and I love the black and white photo. I'm still going to keep this. I'm not exactly sure where it was. I believe somewhere in New Hampshire. And these were another heart that I clipped off of something. I'm going to also paint that. And these rocks, I love these. When you find like in nature, they're like in a shape naturally of a heart, I think they're so neat. But this was all natural findings. I'm going to keep them because they're really neat. We have a little stone that says love on it. I'll probably still keep that. I love little things like that. I'm not really big on the messages and wording on things anymore, signs. In fact, I really kind of, it makes an icky feeling for me. I'm just so tired of all those sayings. But this one was cute, and it's just a simple little thing, and it kind of represents the season. Love. So I'm going to keep that. Not sure why this is in there. It's a cookie cutter. I think I was putting it around for different things for decor, but won't be doing that. So this I'm not going to use in my decor, but I will wash it and use it as a cookie cutter. I might make some cookies, heart-shaped cookies. A long time ago, I attempted to do sewing, and a neighbor of mine attempted to show me. Yeah, I'm going to show you how embarrassing bad. When I told you I don't do these things, crafts and whatnot, like I'm not kidding you. This was supposed to be a scarf. Not super crazy about the color either, but I kept it with the Valentine thing. I'm not putting it out. I haven't in years. In fact, I never did. But this usually acts as like for around my frame or whatnot to kind of wrap it in the box. But look how bad, guys. This is bad, but it's wonky. But, you know, I made an attempt, I tried. A lot of this was her instructing me, and I think she lost a little patience with me, but I will not be attempting sewing or crocheting or anything of that matter again. But I will keep this as a reminder that I gave it a shot. I really tried, and I used it to wrap the glass in there, so I won't have it out. A few years ago at the Dollar Tree, I just thought it was really cute. I believe it was Dollar Tree. It might have even been Home Goods. They had these cute little vials with the cork top. It's sealed. I left it sealed, but it has like a little sequincy pink. I thought they were hearts, but they're just little dots. But it was cute, and I kept it on a shelf. I'm going to keep it because I like the appearance of it. Even though it's a little shimmery for me, it has the pink, and it's kind of going with what I'm going for. So I'm going to keep that as well. So that's what I have. I'm keeping it very simple. I'm going to make some simple changes to a few items. I'm going to make that garland for the fireplace, and we're going to maybe attempt a project. I'm not going to mention it because it may or may not happen, but we're going to maybe attempt a little project. But that's it. It's just a quick episode of some Valentine's decor. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see what we grabbed today from Prime. I ordered a couple days ago. Okay, so I grabbed one of these reed diffusers. I'm still waiting on some Valentine's items, but we'll check back tomorrow on that. But these are the reed diffusers. It comes with these little reeds. These things are always tricky. And here's a pretty bottle. So I had gotten this from Amazon. I ordered it a couple days ago, and it came in. I'm excited. It's a home fragrance reed diffuser. What I love about this is you don't need to light a candle. You don't have to have a wax warmer, and you can change them out. The bottle is pretty enough where I can still, see how cute that is. The bottle is just a simple amber bottle with a wooden top, but I can change this out. I can replace this cap and put my own fragrance in here, and it's a pretty enough bottle. I can even change a label if I want. And these reeds, they actually have replacement reed sticks on Amazon. I believe it was like $5 or $6 depending on which ones. It comes with a bunch of them. And you can actually do that and put your own solution with maybe an essential oil and some kind of a carrier oil in there, and you can have your own scent. So The important thing about this is, obviously you have to be careful around children and animals, but you don't have to do anything. You basically just stick it in and that's the end of it. So we open the bottle cap and remove the inner plug. So we're going to do that first. Oh, and it's such a pretty smell. So we have that. And then we're going to insert the sticks. You're going to use all of them. Put them in. And you just stick them in. And they'll stick out like that, and then you will smell the lovely smell that comes out of it. Then you'll flip them upside down. So it has a little bit already on it, and you'll have that scent for a while. Now this is eucalyptus and sage that I chose. I thought it would be great for the season, and that will go into my bathroom. So this I found on Amazon, and I can stick the link down at the bottom so you can see where to get it if you're interested. But the bottle's very pretty, the reed sticks are really nice, and it smells really lovely, the eucalyptus and sage. So I'm at the very end of that, so I'm going to let that kind of drip. I'm going to try to make a pink myself. I was running out of paints, so it kind of looks a little Pepto-Bismol-y. So we're going to take some of the white paint I had left in here and try to make it more of a lighter baby pink. That's a little better. All right, so I'm going to paint these hearts. I'm going to do this one pink. Yeah, I think I like that color. It's more of what I was going for. So now I'm going to do a white on the puzzle hearts. I'm going to try just the white first, but I have a feeling I'm going to probably do the black and white, or I might go all black. But I'm doing this first, and if anything, it'll act like a little primer and get rid of that real stark red. But it gives me a chance to see if I like this first. So these are just the first coats, and I'm going to come back over and do a second coat, and then I'll do the other side. I was wiping the backs a little bit with a damp rag because I didn't want it to stick to the paper. All too many times I've done that. If by chance you forget to do it or somehow it still sticks, just get a little sandpaper and sand that newspaper off. Otherwise, and I could have sanded these down, by the way, to get rid of some of that, but they were nice and smooth, and I thought I'll just do more coats for me in particular. I wish I could show you how he did the puzzle here. It was really cute. It was when our kids were smaller, but again, we don't have a scroll saw anymore. At the time we did, many years ago, but he had made a cute little puzzle with it. I really liked it, but hopefully we'll get one eventually again, and we can maybe show that to you for another project down the road. But I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna come back and do a second coat soon. Okay, so I'm still letting these dry. I had already done a second coat. These are those hearts I was telling you for the garland. So on the other side, there's, they already have it painted, and some have a little mess on them, but on the other side is this plain wooden. So I'm going to do a pale pink on that side and see how I like it. If I don't, I will go with a white when they're all done, or I will just simply change the whole thing on both sides. But so far, I'm liking that. I like that I can maybe interchange, like on one side I will have the black, and then I will change next to it, I'll do a pink one, the next one down the row of the banner, of the garland. I think the black and pink will look really pretty, and it'll give us a little bit of, will give us a little variety of the colors. I think it's only going to do one coat. I don't think we need to get fancy with the layers on this one, but I really like the pink, I think. And that's enough of a coverage even on that one spot that had a little bit of the black paint on. Now, as I'm moving these, I'm realizing they're slipping a bit and they're getting some on the other side. So what I will do is we'll see what to do when that's done. I may or may not fix up with the black paint. I was thinking about doing it anyway because I'm not sure I like the dotted lines. That's bugging me. And you know what, paint is getting onto the other side. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna work that out. I may decide to just do pink for on the other side, or I may just touch up over the white anyway and do more of a black. So I'm gonna kind of see when I'm done what I want to do. So when you see something in a store, just remember that it may just be the cutout that you liked, but you don't like how it looks. You can always paint over it. You can always sand it down and paint it if it's difficult to just paint. But the thing is, it's easily fixed, and now you have cutouts without worrying about having to do that yourself. And that's at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and I have 2 packs of these. They came in 4s, so I was able to do that. So for $2.50 you get these wooden hearts that you don't have to mess with. You just maybe have to touch them up if you have craft paint on hand. We are almost dry on these, and we are going to dry with this, and I will come back and show the final results of everything, and we will make our banner. So, Paul and I are going to do a project.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Okay, so we're making a banner. So what I'm going to ask Paul to do is go do this and come back. We're going to see how long we need it by, we want to leave a little bit of a curve down. We don't want it totally straight like this, but we want a little bit of a curve. We don't want it too long hanging.
Where's it going?
But on our fireplace.
Okay.
And we need some space to kind of hold it, and then we need a little bit of a curve. So he's going to do that, and I'm going to show you how these turned out. We have the black heart on one side, and I didn't like the white lines, so I dotted lines, so I decided to paint over that. And then we have the pink paint. So on the other side, I made it by mixing the berry red and the white craft paints together because I didn't have a pink on hand. So we're going to so what we're going to do is I am going to go through the hole, we decided, because there's no real way to get like a string going across. I could probably glue it, but I don't like that there's already a hole there. I don't want to go through the trouble of plugging these all up. So I think it'll be cute to kind of see both sides, the black and the pink. I think it'll be nice. So I'm going to make a knot, and I was going to say after, but I think what I'm going to do is do it this way. I'm going to make a knot on one end. I'm going to double it.
I made it a few inches longer just in case.
Good. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to start threading. So I'm going to do like 2 beads and then a heart, and then I'll keep doing that till we get to the end.
Hey, got one.
Okay. Okay, so we have 2 beads on the end, and then we're going to just thread this through. I'm going to do it like this, where you can see the pink and the black on each end, but
Leave a little space maybe.
yeah, and what I might do is even have some threading the other way. So even if they kind of do this, you can see that there's 2 different colors and gives a little variation. So we have 2 of those. Yeah, it will fray a little bit sometimes, so we could do a couple things. We could tape the end, or we could even burn it a little bit.
That's what I was thinking about.
Maybe let's look into that in a second. If you want to grab something for that, dear. I was going to do, what did I do that side maybe? Yeah. So when you start to see fraying happening, Paul's going to show you. We're just going to burn the end a little bit. And by doing that, it's going to stop it from fraying. So
It works better with the plasticky twine that'll melt it.
yeah, but it still works. The key is to blow it out right away, and if you think of it, maybe even have like a little glass of water on the side just to wet your fingers, and also to maybe put it out if it gets really out of control, because you don't want to start a fire, but it will help to get that frayed edge gone.
Wait, you're doing the hearts, the nice easy one, I'm doing all the beads, and how it's working?
Yeah,
There.
he's learning, folks, he's learning. So we're doing that, and if it continues to fray a little bit, we'll put some tape there, but twisting it is actually a really good idea, dear. And we could have used a thinner cord or twine of some kind, and I do have a thinner, but I really like the thicker because I think it'll last longer and it'll be stronger.
And I think you can, like if you need spaces in between, I think it'll hold it, it can, space things out better where it won't just slide.
Yeah.
It'll actually stay where you want it to stay.
So what I've done too is I kind of twist a little bit and stick it through, like holding the tip where it starts to fray a little bit, and stick it in and then pull it out quickly.
Oh, yeah.
But it will go a lot easier and faster if you do that. It goes much easier with the hearts.
You're doing that really good. I think we should continue with all the beads. I like how you alternated the pink and black. Oh, that's really cool.
Thank you. Thanks, dear. So where we had a little more fraying than I would have liked, I'm just going to cut some of that off,
Good idea.
just so it doesn't too bad. And then I'm going to knot the end again, a double knot. So I'm going to put 2 more last beads in here. So then we're going to make a knot again, double knot. So, and the point is, too, you want some in between. You don't want it to be totally stuck together, because it's nice to see the string in between. So that was the point of why. Now you could have it closer together, and you could do, less string, I guess. I just prefer to see, and I will be probably kind of finagling with it a little bit while it's up and seeing how I want it exactly. But Paul did leave a little bit of extra room, which is good because I did have to cut off a couple frays on the end. What I'm going to do is let's put this up on the mantle, and then I will see from there how I want to move these around. But pretty much, there you have it. And you have, when they're sitting on there, I'll be able to turn these a little bit more facing the front. But you have black and pink hearts and little beads in between. I personally just wanted less beads, but you can have more beads if you'd like, because I have plenty left over. I just wanted to do it a little more simplistic. So let's go put it up. So now you have the finished garland, and I really like it. I think it came out great. So hopefully you can see the pink and black interchanging hearts. I hope you can see that. It's maybe hard to tell on the camera here, but hopefully you can see that. I really like how it came out. So here's how the puzzle heart came out. I'm going to place it on the pink side, but I have one side in black, and we're going to place it right there.
That's it.
A quick video this week. We were showing some of our Valentine's decor. We keep it very simplistic, but that was fun doing a craft with you.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, we don't
You
know.
did most of the work, but it came out well. It came out nice.
We both did it, but it was fun. We don't get to do crafts often together,
True.
mainly because I'm not a big crafter, so.
Well, well,
Not really.
I guess not. Yeah.
But it's fun. It was fun. We'll have to do that more often.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to live this lifestyle of being more relaxed and comfy. I have to say it's been really working. I've been writing in my gratitude journal every morning, more so than I used to. I don't just write down my thoughts. I actually write about what I'm grateful for, and it's been starting the day properly. I've been noticing a very lower amount of does that sound weird? I've been noticing
Much lower?
a much lower, yes. I've been noticing a much lower level of stress, even in the winter when we're kind of stuck inside. And you know what? Some of that like winter depression is kind of going down because I'm relaxed and I'm cozy. We're getting more sunlight, which is good.
We're lucky with that.
Yeah, we took a lovely walk this morning. It was really pretty. So anyway, we're living the hygge life. What we did was just did some Valentine's decor. We wanted to keep it very simple. We had ordered a few things from Amazon, and some of our existing decor made it into the house with some changes. So that was really lovely. So it's just enough of a little touch. And we just showed you a couple elements of things that we've put around that weren't really Valentine's, but were kind of neat.
Yeah.
And were fun.
Yeah.
And I showed you a bowl of moss. Why I showed you that was they have a very expensive version. I'm thinking it was Pottery Barn or something, but it's a very expensive glass dish with moss in it. And here's the great thing. It's a dupe. It was very, very cheap. I forget how much it was on, I think, Pottery Barn. It was very, very expensive. So this was a plastic, like shallow bowl from Dollar Tree for $1.25. And the moss, I think I used about 3 bags worth of moss and $1.25 each. So, under $6. It was this little decorative thing on
beautiful.
Yeah, I really liked it. So, yeah.
That's that. Coming up, we're looking forward to doing some refinishing. Is that right?
Yes, next week.
I'm kind of excited to do that. That's always a fun project. If you look at the thumbnails at the end of the video, we have some past episodes of refinishing. If you'd like to see some of those, we have some really interesting techniques, I think, that came out really well. So. Yeah,
and we're going to keep some of that. We're just going to, like the tops of some of them, I think we're going to leave because we like that wooden driftwood look. You can see how we did that by accident, how we discovered that technique.
Yeah.
But also, we're just going to change it up because our style's changing.
Yeah.
That happens often.
Also keeps things fresh and different, you know. It's nice to change up the look a little bit every year or two, or every few years.
It keeps it feeling like you're buying new furniture, and you do it much cheaper than buying new furniture. So if you want to catch those videos, what we did in the past, like Paul said, check them out at the thumbnails at the end of the video. And we want to thank you for watching. We appreciate all of your support. We hope you have a great winter day.
Thank you.
Thank you.